Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wingcat Sports Red Wing rumor mill, like usual. But some stuff has happened. We'll start with the stuff that has happened, and then the stuff that could potentially be happening. First up is Jake Walman has been traded to the Sharks, so no more Jake Walman. People believe it is mostly because salary cut, right? We want to get some more cap space. Of all the defensemen, though, I did not think he would be the one. We did send him with a second round pick who we got for a basically a couple of prospect swaps with Nashville. We got a pick, and then we traded that pick right away. But we'll see what Eisman does with the money after getting rid of Jake Walman.
Well, right, like you said, with Yzerman, you can't be getting too upset this early before the draft, before we even see what he's going to do. I mean, the guy's been pretty damn busy over the last 3 off seasons rebuilding this team. We've improved every year, not by a couple points. We've been improved dramatically, pretty much every year. And I expect this year to possibly, I don't know if it'll be interesting to see. And so I'm withholding judgment. We've talked about it before. We need a goaltender. Losing Allmark to Ottawa, I really would have liked him, but I understand. Ottawa gave up quite a bit for him. I don't know what
Boston. He gave up a first round pick and is eating a lot of the cap from their own goalie who they signed to a longer deal. Right. So I would bet the first round pick, because we probably would have done a similar thing, and it was the first round pick. Trade them Husso for Ullmark, and you were giving them their first round pick back. Basically, they got the pick they traded us for Bertuzzi back in that trade.
Right. Actually, I meant to say they didn't give up all that much. So their goaltender sucked. He was one of the worst in the league that they gave back to Boston. The guy they gave up, yeah, he's a tough guy. Yeah, he had 5 goals and 5 assists in some 60 games. And he's just a fourth line plugger. And he's a good role player probably, but and on Boston maybe he'll produce a little more. But in a 25th pick overall, that's 3 or 4 years
they probably wanted a first round pick, and Eisman said no. That's probably what they wanted.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, if you
out of everything on that, I think you would have no problem trading Husso and a fourth liner.
Right. If that would have been the case, wouldn't you have given up Husso, a first round pick, and possibly, what else?
If one of our fourth line play like Robbie Fabry or something.
Or Justin Hall or something like that, or throw in somebody like that for fucking Allmark. I think that would have been even better.
It's probably mostly the pick. Is probably what sold the deal on Eisman and not getting him. And he might like Lyon more. And I don't know.
We'll see.
But we'll see.
I really thought he would have fit it well with us, but he'll be at our rival.
We'll
have to play him 4 or 5 times a year.
We will see what Eisman does going along with that. Other thing that that did happen today before we get into full-on rumors of stuff, Pavel Datsyuk has been inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Deserving.
So one of the top Red Wings. Now will come the conversation, just like every other Red Wing that makes it into the Hall of Fame. Do they retire his number 13? Did he do good enough to retire his number?
He won a cup.
He won two cups.
I'm going to say, and people are probably pissed, no, I don't think he deserves to retire.
I would be upset if they did.
Yeah.
But no one has worn it.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Nobody has worn the number since then, so it's not like it's different. It's just like Zetterberg. People are going to say that he might deserve it too. No one's worn 40 since he retired. But we'll see what ends up happening with that.
Right.
I think out of all the past Red Wings who probably deserves it the most, it would be Fedorov to get his 91 retired. But that is going to be part of the conversation when it does come to Datsyuk, is will they put his number up the rafters? Obviously, he is good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. He was a really, really good player. He did win 2 cups with us, not 1.
Yep. Woo. Datsyuk?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He won the first year he played with us.
And he won.
That was a gold line, wasn't it? Or something.
We won in 08. So he was on like the third line, I think.
You won in 02 and 08, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Won those 2 cups. But Hey,
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't bother me if that's what they decide to do. I mean, I don't know. He was an incredible player.
yeah, and we'll,
Brett
eh,
Hall said he was probably the best player he ever played with, which is
there you
pretty.
go.
You know,
There, I mean, he played
that's
with some pretty
coming
good
from
people.
him. That's saying something.
Moving on to our rumor mill. Last thing I saw about signings is that they are in contact with the main three. When it comes to that basically Walman trade, Eisman has been very adamant on trying to bring Gossespierre back. Wouldn't be surprised if the Walman trade just meant he is going to keep Gossespierre. They're still in conversation. They're still in conversation with Braun. And I just recently saw that they're still in conversations with Patrick Kane to potentially bring him back. So all three might come back. Eisman did say, though, don't be surprised if none of them come back.
None of them. Whoa.
So he
I
says
like
it's
I
no
said,
guarantee for anybody.
I'm reserving judgment till I see what the finished product.
We got less than a week until free agency opens up. That'll be on Monday. I might do a live stream that day too for when free agency opens up.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun 2 weeks of hockey. Just to kind of like see what the Wings do. Heisman's been very active the last few years, so let's see what he does. I expect a goaltender. I expect a a top four defenseman.
Yeah. And then moving on to the draft, since this video is likely coming out either the day before or the day of the draft, there's a few people they think might be landing in our realm of possibilities. They're thinking from the one website I'm looking at, they're thinking we're going to get Michael Bradseg Nygaard. He is from the Swedish Hockey League. He's a left wing center. So
What's his height, weight, things like
well,
that?
I'm about to tell you that once I can get some stats in on him. If only I could avoid getting a bunch of ads at the exact same time. For the most part, let's look at the
Another shrimpy Swede.
probably
What we don't need.
He's probably tiny. Not that.
Well, while he's looking that up, I can tell you the other guy I heard them talking about was 6'2", 200-pound Liam Greentree. I like his last name too. From the Windsor Spitfires, forward, 200-foot player that people have a lot of good things to say about. I mean, I like the size. I think, but they also describe him as not the most physical, which again is something I don't think we need. But they said they could develop that in him.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think by this point it should already be in there. So we'll see. I like the size. I like the bio they had on him as far as what they were saying.
So
what his strengths were.
My guy is a 6'1", 198-pound.
Yeah, there we go.
Right wing from Norway.
Norway.
He's Norwegian.
He
just plays in the Swiss Hockey League. He is 18.
He'll put on 15 pounds.
So
I like that. I like it.
So
what's his what do they say about him?
Well, I'm assuming since he's going to be all right. Let's see what this is from Wikipedia. This is what I finally got his stuff out of. So, and the scouting website wanted me to pay, and I ain't paying crap.
Yeah. I'm sure he's great.
He had 18 points in 41 games.
Well, that don't sound right.
But his shot, hockey IQ, and maturity was what caught scouts. So, and he's the best prospect Norway has ever produced, is what
Woo!
So
Norwegians.
So there you go on that side of things. They also said Liam Greentree, Trevor Connelly, or Connelly, and Sin Solberg.
Huh.
So
the draft is Friday, right?
Draft is Friday night. So they think we're going to go forward for the most part on these options. When it comes to us drafting, we're going to lean forward. Maybe not.
How quickly do they draft these players?
It's pretty quick. The NHL draft is a lot faster.
If I go in about an hour into it, I should be at the Wings pick.
You might miss it.
What?
They go pretty quick. They only got 2 minutes.
What? 2 minutes. That's my kind of draft. All right, maybe I will
They
tune
might
in.
have a little bit more in the first round, but they don't got
Maybe I
time.
will tune in.
They don't get as much time on it. But yeah, they think we're probably going to go forward uh for the most part. Let's see the size of the other guy. Actually, let me get the last name is the one I need to. But for the most part, I don't think it's going to be too bad of a draft. We're going to have to just trust Eiserman and what he's doing
Well, yeah. I mean, but
because
you're talking about the NHL draft like I know any of these.
at this point with what he's doing fully, it's what we got going on. The Igor Chnesov. He's a
Shit
right
your
hand.
pants off. What?
He's a right-handed shooter. 18 years old, 6'2", 192.
I like that size.
He
Good
plays
size.
in the KHL right now.
Okay.
So we're Russian. So we're going to go forward is what they think. So we'll see exactly how they end up doing it. It is just going to be interesting exactly where their mind's at and what we think of the future. I think we're good on goalies, though. If he drafts another goalie, I don't know what I'm going to do. With all that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Maybe live stream on Monday. We'll see what ends up happening. But until next time, hope to see everybody soon.